in the village by saving his life from the attack of harpies. You also received from the alderman a list of kind of to-dos, a to-do list, if you will. And also your current quest, you spoke to the overseer of the lumber mill, a certain Otto, about a sort of a giant creature or creatures who managed to destroy many of the trees and as well as a large portion of the lumber yard itself. Also, you remember being told by Dunkirk that the Archduke of Levick himself, Archduke Waldemar II, is awaiting an audience with you to officially make you barons of Levick. And yeah. So after your second peaceful night sleeping in your new, currently being renovated keep of Pendragon, you all awake. Actually, yeah. You all awake after a peaceful sleep to the smell of someone else doing the cooking in the kitchen for a start, which is always nice. You don't have to pay for it because it's not an inn. All waking up, nice. Yeah, all waking up on your own time, getting dressed, and heading down to the main hall. You all convene to a large breakfast set out for you with your own cooks. Looking around the main hall now, you can see a majority of the interior work is actually being completed. Now the rest of the construction taking place is the newly requested holding cells, as well as a dock for a small sailing vessel, which are currently being constructed. Yeah, you guys are just here around your long table. Your Chamberlain Arnaud is doing his daily rounds. And how would you like to proceed with your day and this adventure?
Let's see. I'd like to eat my breakfast.
Probably oughtn't to dally on our trip to Maine, because we do need to talk to the Duke.
Yes.
Sure.
We're gonna stop a couple places on the way, right?
We could hit them on the way back. So we could go visit the lumber mill, which isn't too far off our route. Or we could do that on the way back.
Let's do it on the way there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm up for that.
And then, since Bonnie's currently preoccupied, she had business she wanted to take care of. Does anybody else have things they need to do in Maine?
Yes, sorry, I'm actually overseeing the layout of the herb garden today. Sorry, I just thought I could use a day without a whole lot of stress. I'll stay around here if you don't mind. Anyway.
Alright, well, you can catch up if you need to.
Alright, have a fun day. Turns around, runs off. Kind of commanding two servants to follow her while she goes and organizes the herb garden for her poisons.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does Chromidomi know that we want some kind of jail cell somewhere in our keep? This is kind of a DM question, because I don't know if we asked him or not.
Yeah, you do remember telling him and then reminding him again, or rather me, that you wanted the holding cell. But yeah, that's definitely on the construction list.
So it's that, and then the skyport, and then a regular dock?
Yes. Also, you're aware that your airship can actually be docked in the water, just at a normal dock.
Can it sit on top of the water, sort of, or is it kind of?
It's kind of like landing an airplane with those pontoon plane. Yeah, pontoon planes can fly, but you also keep them in the water. So airships can fly, but you put them in the water.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
That took way too long to remember. Pontoon. Okay, sorry.
a cool feature, though. Yeah, what else did we have? I know that Avani had a long list of things to do that for Pendragon, but I don't know if we have to take care of that right now, so.
No, those can wait as we go.
Yeah.
They're little things to take care of over time.
Pardon me.
Meet with the Duke and...
Sure. Or a lumber mill first?
Yeah, we can stop at the lumber mill on the way. Although if we do that, it might not be easy to take the ship. We might just want to go by horse.
Yeah, were we gonna take the ship to Maine?
Honestly, I'd rather keep it here because I don't want it to get damaged in Maine or something, but it's up to you guys.
Sure, how long is this trip from Pendragon to Lumbermill, DM?
Three
It's
days,
about...
isn't it?
No. To the lumber mill, it's only about...
Lumber
it's
mill.
shorter than going to Cape Shar itself,
Shar.
so it's probably about 2.5 hours as opposed to like 4 on the way to Cape Shar. Yeah, and then you guys know you've made the trip before. The journey to Maine itself takes about 70 miles, so on horse I think it takes about 2 to 3 days to get there. But on ship it's probably like half to a third that time.
Yeah. So I guess one option is...
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, we could ride out to the lumber mill today and see how long that takes, and then we might have to... We could set out tonight or the next day, depending on what happens. But, anyways, what do you guys think?
Let's take care of the lumber mill today then, and then we'll see how long it takes us, and if not, we'll set out.
Okay,
Okay.
I vote for that.
Sounds good. So, wow, utter brain fart. Chamberlain Arnaud's like, shall I have your saddles? Shall I have your horses saddled again, my lords?
Yes, please, Bailey.
Joffrey, Eldredge, please turn into a dwarf.
Did someone name their child Eldridge?
Please saddle the horses. Please saddle the horses and have them ready in 10 minutes. The two boys run off again. You continue eating your breakfast. By the time you're done, your horses are combed and saddled for your journey south. You all mount up and begin journey.
We're off!
We're off.
Cool.
All right.
Talk about what we expect.
Okay.
Like, what are we expecting to find?
Oh, where beaver.
Where beaver?
Something was attacking the lumber mill, and they said it was like chopping down trees and stuff.
So whatever it is, it's big.
Yeah, you remember Otto. You remember a large part of Otto's description was that the earth began to shake before the trees fell and his helpers were eaten or crushed or
Yeah. Here it is. Yeah, so we really don't know what to expect, but I'm imagining something gigantic.
We find a place to stake the horses, and then move up stealthily.
All right. So you ride south, originally on the Cape Road, past the small ruined chapel, which is kind of it's more of a... There's kind of a small shrine outside. That's what this little structure is right here. There's a small little shrine with some gods you're not necessarily familiar with that some of the villagers worship. Is currently being reconstructed by people who aren't currently in your employ. You gather the people from the town, just dressed in kind of rags and dirty, but there's one among them who's wearing the telltale robes and kind of hood of one of the clerics of the Nine. Getting off the Capes Road, riding over the hills, you get close. According to your map. What you eventually see is, let me look at my map. So finally, as you raise up over the hill, you can see a small structure, but you seem to be the lumber mill, sitting on top of the hill about, anyway. And as you look out, there's a couple trees close to you, but then there's a big clearing and the lumber mill itself across from the clearing, and then there's more trees beyond that. In the middle, in the field before you, is clear signs of a disruption and destruction. You can see just bared earth and huge boulders almost forced up out of the ground and rolling around. There's just rocks strewn everywhere, pieces of bark, trees fallen, in some cases torn in half. As you move closer on your horses, you look over across and you can see the lumber mill clearly right at this point. And the front wall looks like it suffered a huge bludgeoning impact. The roof itself is kind of caving in, and on top of the roof appears to be a body of an individual. The more you look, you swear you roll a perception check. Anyone who would like to.
Okay.
Freezing on me. Come on, Roll20, work with me here.
Yeah. And then, so cool tip for Roll20, if you have your character sheet open, if you double tap the bar on top, it should minimize, so you don't have to close it and open it every time.
Usually I just pop it out, like, as a second window.
Okay.
What?
What?
Sorry, the hit point thing on Roll20 has this red box over it.
For me too.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I can't adjust the hit points.
It's like missing a
Yeah. Like, yeah.
asset or something.
Mm-hmm.
32.
You can still change it, I guess, but
Huh.
I don't remember how many points I had. I guess I had 80. A little bit above where it's at. That's weird, yeah.
I can see Sean's fine.
My hit points are fine.
Oh, okay. That's just the other two.
Like, I can make them show up here.
Let me open Grundy's.
I think it's something to do with, like, the update.
Do you guys kind of remember how much health you had?
I have 80. It's still there. It's just...
Grundy, it says you have
just
101.
obscured.
I can see your hit points fine, Grundy.
Okay, well, I mean, if I highlight it, I can see it fine.
They're still
Wait.
there. It's just
How
weird.
does Grundy only have 101 health if I have 97?
Oh, did you
And
update your
Chris
health?
has 80.
Did he level up?
Did you update your health from when you leveled up?
I don't think I.
Wait, hold on. Hello?
I don't think you did, because you had 100 already.
I think I changed the. I think I had 136, but I'll do it again.
I thought somebody was in my house. It was the TV.
Hello?
I was like, hello? I was like, grabbed my knife and went and shanked somebody. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, so did you ever input your extra hit points, Philip?
I'm almost positive it's 136, but I think I put it on the. Because I remember having over max health last time, so I think I put it on the wrong side.
Okay. I'll just put that in for you.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Never mind, I'll stop editing it then.
Okay.
That really freaked me out. I'm sorry.
No one's supposed to be in your house or something?
Well, I thought I heard my grandpa yelling Chad, Chad, and then... but my grandpa's not even here. He left, like, yesterday, so I was like, what the heck? That's the TV. That's the freaking 3ABN. Jeez. Alright, so... Is everybody settled now? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm incredibly unsettled.
Very good. Ready for a fight.
spoilers.
Jeez.
I mean, it's kind of what you're there for. Unless if you want to go talk to the werebeaver. I should name this quest the werebeaver.
The where?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Did you guys roll your perception checks?
I got
Yep.
32.
Okay, Aethys, kind of is your pseudo dragon with you, or is he in the keep?
It's always me.
Okay, so aided by your companion, the pseudo dragon, you can see the body on the roof of the lumber mill stand up, turn around really, really slowly, and kind of start waving his arms like this.
I can't see your picture.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I'm just gonna
He's
imagine-
waving his arms over his head. He's waving his arms over his head to get your attention, and then kind of like waving you away, like. But he's not saying anything. You can't hear you can't hear anything. He's just like waving you
Is
to
it
go
a
away.
human? Is it a...
Yes, with your natural 20. It is a member of the shorter of races. He seems to be some sort of gnome. That's about all you can see from this far away.
He's waving us away.
He's waving you away. He's standing on top of this roof on this lumber mill, and there's just like this big hole in it to the left of him, and he's kind of waving you, like telling you to go away.
Okay.
So is this
So-
lump? Oh, go ahead.
What do you see, Aethys?
There's a small person. So I guess we probably...
Hey, that's an insult.
They're called little people.
I don't know if he's a dwarf or a gnome, so it's a small person.
What is he saying?
Did he see you?
Yeah, he like pointed at us and like waved us away, like he doesn't want us here. Like, should we be quiet and like sneak up?
Well,
Should
we're not
we,
going to
like-
follow that.
Okay,
Well, maybe the beast is still around.
I assume so.
Is this area kind of like in a clearing of destruction, kind of surrounded by forest, that kind of thing?
Mhm. Yeah, to your you're coming down. So on your right flank, there's kind of cliffs or just really steep hill. To your
It's a
right.
mill, right?
Here's what I think. I think I should go around on the east side, create a distraction, and you can sneak in from the west.
Should we sneak into the lumber mill?
As you will.
Yeah,
Well, the mill isn't probably very large overall.
probably.
Yeah, no, it's a single structure. To the right of it is just a single pile of logs and yeah.
Well,
How
assuming that
about-
there's creatures in the mill? Perhaps I could draw it out.
Actually, hold on. This isn't even really like the mill. This isn't where they saw and ship the logs. This is where they cut down the trees and they kind of roll them down the hill to the right.
To the river.
Down to the river. What's the building? The building is just it's kind of like a combination, just a quarters. It's several hours away from the town, so it's where you're assuming it's kind of where people come to sleep, cut down stuff. It's like the logging headquarters kind of, but it's just a single structure, like about the size of a house.
Well, if you flank around that direction, I'm kind of thinking of flanking around the other direction, maybe at the base of the hill, and kind of make a large circle pattern around the entire area. Check for any signs of, I don't know, any evidence of a creature I can find, and we could reconvene here again and
Start
see if,
spreading out. You
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
All right.
just to get a lay of the area before we go barging into the open.
Sneaky until you're found. At that point, make lots of noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for clarification, are you guys riding your horses when you're continuing on, or not?
I'm gonna
Let's
Jump off my
definitely
horse.
Stake them on the edge of the clearing here.
Okay, you find a good tree with like some low hanging limbs to kind of throw your reins over, or fasten them how you will.
Yeah, okay. And
Okay.
so, should we split up or just have Grundy or me?
Let's go in pairs around the outside.
Okay.
Fighter. Eric with the fighter.
Sure.
Okay. So moving forward slowly with half the party kind of hanging low under the hills, and the other half going through the more wooded area to the left, or to your left, as you're heading south. I would like you all, if you should desire to roll a stealth check. Nice.
Surprisingly stealthy.
Yeah. All right. So you don't get very far before you start to pick out more details than was allowed from your further vantage point. When you're looking out over the clearing this time, you can notice that there are several, like 10 or 12 areas in the clearing where they just fall. There's 10 or 12 very large holes in the clearing with just rocks and boulders strewn to the left and to the right. You continue stealthily moving
Which side is this?
in the center.
Oh, okay.
Actually, who's going on which side? There's the hillside and the forest side.
We'll say Kelby and Copper go on. Which is the left and which is the right? Just Kelby wants
I think
to
the
go.
hill.
So you're
Hill
heading
on the right.
south. You're heading south. So if you're heading south, so on the right is the hill, and on the left is the forest.
Do you want to take that?
I'll go the hillside.
Hill? Okay. Okay. Kelby and Copper will take. Ulrich and Copper will take the hillside. Aethys and I will
Okay.
take the forest side.
So here's what you see, and then position yourselves accordingly.
I don't know if this likes hills with armor.
Also, as you get even closer still, you can see that in the very center of all of the just the utter destruction and mayhem is a single cart, just with full of. You can't really see what it's full of. They have leather coverings kind of thrown over the top.
Are those black holes? Are they holes or are they trunks?
They're holes.
Okay.
They go down to the ground.
Like, how deep are they? Are they?
Up to go looking one.
How close are you willing to get to them? Is what I should be asking, because it's hard to tell like how deep a hole is if you're not right next
It's
to
a
it.
were gopher.
All right. So
I'll
as
go
you
right
get
up to it.
okay, as you're getting closer to it, the gnome individual on the roof gets more and more emphatic, like, no, go away. Okay, so roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Get at those. See, no problem.
Oh,
Okay, as you step closer to the hole, you can kind of feel the ground start to give away. It's loose ground. And you jump back fast enough to save yourself, but a single large rock falls down into the hole.
From the sky?
No, like from the earth that you're standing next to. A large rock falls from the earth into the hole. Basically, you're getting closer to the hole. The earth started to cave in and like fall into it.
No, standing
You
on a
jumped
rock or
back.
something?
Yeah, you jumped back, and the rock you were standing on pushed off and fell into the hole. And you can hear it kind of bouncing off the walls.
The hole got
Not like, yeah, it's not like Mines of Moria when they drop the body in sound, but you can hear like a thunk, thunk, thunk. And eventually the rock settles at the bottom of the hole.
Well, to come over here and look, Copper.
As you're standing there, you feel the ground begin to shake uncontrollably. You're like, wait, no, stay there, stay there. It's too
No,
late.
no, I'm moving.
It's too late for that, bro.
I got that.
No, if the rock falls under me, I'm gonna be backing up like as fast as I
Okay,
can.
okay, you can back up a little bit.
Okay.
You can back up 10 feet. 10 feet, I'll say. You're not gonna have that recover.
That's 10.
Okay,
Go right here. That's 10 feet.
okay. Move back a reasonable distance. That's fine. Okay. So as you're backing up, you just feel the ground begin to shake uncontrollably, like around you. You see more and more rocks and sediment begin to fall in like several of the holes. Aethys and Ulrich, even from across the way, you can kind of like you can feel the earth shaking a little bit from your side, but you can notice the general commotion going on to your left. Just and shooting up from the hole in front of you is a
Oh, it's adorable.
I couldn't find a better one. I know, I couldn't find a better one. But
That's the weirdest beaver I've ever seen.
out from this hole shoots this towering column of flesh and purple scales and large, sharp appendages coming out from the right and the left. It shoots up and immediately sees its prey with its tremor sense. It's now going to get a surprise round on you, Grundy.
Music.
Oh, right. Right. And I will now build suspense by picking
a song.
Picking a combat music. Okay.
I put the Witcher music already.
Okay. That's
It's
fine.
up to you.
Thank you.
Oh dear. This is gonna be.
It's gonna be a game of whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Worm pops up, hit it.
Bet you
Worm
there's
pops
more than
up.
one.
I'm so I couldn't find a
These guys
better
can
one.
burrow really fast, if I remember correctly.
What is it?
And by the looks of the map, they don't have to burrow at all.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
have
worm of
pre-made
some
holes.
sort.
That's gonna be my initiative because I assume we're doing that now.
We're doing a surprise round on Grundy where this worm's going to get an attack on him, and then we'll go do initiative. Okay, so the worm shoots up out of the hole. I would like you just actually let me see if I hit you first. Oh yeah, I hit
Bite! Oh!
you. I hit you hard. Okay, so
Ow.
the worm shoots out of the hole, and you're kind of unaware. It comes down in a U shape and not only bites but just kind of crushes you under its head as it clamps down with its stone-breaking jaws. Make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, no, hold on. What's it? Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, and as the head pulls back, Copper, you are standing there in the clearing alone. So, Grundy, Grundy, you have suffered 40 points of piercing damage. You are now considered blinded and restrained as you just feel yourself being swallowed in the tubular, hugely muscular form of this gargantuan purple worm. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Do I roll initiative?
Let's see. Initiative is still not working.
Yeah, you roll initiative. And then you also kind of notice the gnome is kind of like a post-test or post-script. Just kind of like sit down, like kind of frustratedly on the shingles, like put his hands on his head. He's like,
crummy.
That's all right. I rolled that too. Alrighty.
Try to get a revenge on us.
Alrighty. I tried to give you guys a chance, like the fight was gonna start when you got close to the hole and failed to check. And Grundy definitely did that. So. Okay, so initiative. Is everybody rolled?
Yeah, I
Okay,
tied with Grundy.
Okay, I'm gonna say Oro goes first.
Okay.
Because Grundy's swallowed. Or unless you guys can choose. Who wants to go first?
Well, I got a 17, but it's above.
I feel like
Oh. Aethys goes first.
I'd be stabbing the shit out of him if I was in him, so
I think you just have to get another restraint, and then you can attack him from the side.
that's true.
Yeah, you consider restraint. It's not. I think you can still
Yeah,
attack. You just have disadvantage.
Do you want to go first, Grundy?
Okay, so we're gonna go Aethys, Grundy, Ulrich. Ulrich.
Well,
and then-
Copper would be before.
Oh, really? Sorry. Oh, yeah, he's a 9. I thought he was a 6.
Oh! Philip, did you roll twice?
I have
Or
advantage.
3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aethys,
Always on
Copper,
initiatives.
It was Grundy going.
That was 8.
Yeah.
Grundy and Ulrich, and then the worms are going somewhere in there.
Oh, there's more than
Oh.
one. Now we know.
Well, the worm. He has little worms inside of him, like tapeworms. You know, it's bad for the digestive tract.
There are tapeworms around me now.
All right. Aethys, how do you react?
I'm gonna hex him. That's my bonus action. And then I'm gonna put Stow Curse in my action.
All right. So you're using your familiar. Which one are you using?
Yeah, my regular familiar, not the other one. Not the real one, the big one.
Okay. Yeah. So I was expecting. And then, is there an AC to hit on this one, or is this a different spell?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's do that. I don't know how to hide this from you guys. I don't know if it's important, but I'll just. Wait, no, that was a check. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. All right. So which curse are you bestowing?
1d8.
1d8 damage. All right. Awesome. Let me try to mark him real quick. Just killing the momentum of this fight. I'd hope it does in the right layer. All right, so that one's got a curse on him. So very cool.
It's got 2 curses on it, but yeah.
What size class is this creature? Is this gonna be?
This is, as you looking up at him from your relatively diminutive form, this guy, from what you can see, is about 40 feet high.
Shit.
So he is definitely gargantuan. Like, from what you can see, but there's clearly more body of him like underneath.
This reminds me of the movie Tremors. Have you guys seen that? There's a
I haven't.
mill involved. and,
Really?
and worms that go into the earth and eat people.
Accidental movie references, every day. Okay, Copper. What are you
Well,
doing?
Copper's first reaction to the sudden worm appearing in front of him is summons Mage Hand.
An unusual choice. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Essentially, he just reaches across and tries to grab the neck of the worm.
Oh, Big
Hold
B's
on,
hand.
please.
I thought you said Mage Hand. I was like,
Sorry, the other Mage Hand.
Okay. Big B's
So-
hand!
It's a strength check,
Alright.
which is going to be +8. So do I do this? How am I going to do this?
I don't know.
Strength check with that.
So what are you trying to do? You're just trying to grab him by the neck?
Yeah, I'm trying
You're
to.
trying- Are you trying
him in
to
place.
keep him? You're trying to hold him in place. Okay, so that'd be a grapple. Let's see, grasping hand. The hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature.
Oh, it's huge or smaller. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, do a. Your
No, I'm gonna use my other.
What? I didn't. You cut out.
I'm coming up with another scheme real quick because I didn't realize I was huge or smaller.
Okay.
One moment.
Your friend's being digested. What do you do?
The clock is ticking.
We gotta go fast.
Give me some time to think.
The stomach acid is dripping.
Yeah, literally. Alright.
I'm fine. Immolation.
Immolation. Very good. Okay, so is this a saving throw for 19? What's the check?
Flames wreath one creature could see must make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Minus
This
2.
thing can't be very dexterous.
It's minus 2. Got a 12, so fail. Nice. How much damage did it do?
3d6. Let me roll that real quick.
Wait, it has to be more than that. That's a huge level spell. It's 5. Wait, the target retreat. Wait. Flame wreaths one creature you can see within range. The target must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 7d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. On a failed save, the target also burns for the spell's duration. The burning target sheds light. That's unimportant. End of each of its turns, target repeats the saving throw. It takes 3d6. Nice. Okay, so it's a dot. Very good. Okay, roll your 76. Awesome. Okay.
That sucks.
Yeah. Minus 24. That's not what I wanted.
And blasts the worm with hideous black fire.
Ah, crap. 2.
Stretches across the entire body of the worm. And he hopefully will be insulated from the toast.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool. So, shooting out kind of a familiar energy to that of Fireball, the spark hits and immediately spreads at a super quick pace, almost like hitting a sheet that's covered in gasoline on fire. It begins to burn, kind of reel and shift in pain. Grundy gets a little bit warmer. Not too bad. You're insulated. All right. Next is the worm's turn. He's going to pull back into the relative safety of his hole.
So we can tell which hole he's in now, because he's burning. Like, so we'll see light coming whichever hole he's coming out of.
Well, for a few seconds before.
A little bit of warning, at least.
We can also yell, and you can hear my echo through the hole.
I'm over here.
Yeah. Okay. Just another huge worm. It looks as if the flames have been extinguished. Shoots up from the ground and is going to attack. He's going to attack Ulrich.
That was fast.
With a bite. Alright, does 22 hit you, buddy?
Yep, it does.
Alright. He's not going to attempt to swallow you, so he takes 17 points of damage, and then he's going to make his secondary action, or secondary attack as part of his bonus action. I'm changing this one a little bit, so I was going to say Tail Stinger, but it's different.
Okay.
Does 21 hit, or, no, yeah, 22.
22, yeah, that hits.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, awesome.
Cool.
The worm shoots up and bites you, clamping his huge jaws around you and kind of crushing you, damaging your shield slightly. And he shoots back up, again prostrate, and this time falling like a huge pillar towards you. You manage to deftly jump out of the way, but as he hits the ground, huge rocks are thrown out and hit you in the back, dealing another 20 points of damage. So you suffered a total of 38.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to stay there, towering above you. Awesome. Okay, so Grundy. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I think it's Grundy.
Okay, Grundy, you suffer an amount of damage. Yeah, okay, so Grundy, you have resistance to this because you're a dwarf, but wait, acid? No, you're resistant to poison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you slip farther down the worm's gullet, you can feel the heat biting and making your limbs itch.
Okay.
He suffers 16 points of acid damage. It's on the top of the worm's turn, not on yours.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's the worm turn done. Grundy, it's your turn. You're blinded, restrained. The muscles are tightening and compressing around you, and your hair is singeing and just itching, and you can smell this caustic, burning smell that just singes the hair inside your nose. Lovely stuff. How are you gonna react?
Immediately rage, lighting
Okay.
the Ember Warhammer as well, and I'm going to make. I guess I can only make only 2 attacks in this turn, but there'll be. What's the most I can do? I could like 2 reckless. Can I do anything? I don't have.
So your restrained creatures speed becomes 0. Attackers increase your advantage attacks. Okay, so you're gonna have disadvantage for your attacks because your arms are to get the effective damage out of your hammer. You have to have momentum. It's hard to get momentum when you're in this close space. But sorry, what was the question?
I don't have. Is it called Weapons Master? What's it called?
Great Weapons Master.
Do I have that?
Did you take it?
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
What does that do?
So, I don't know if you'll want to use it in this circumstance, but basically you can subtract 5 from your to hit bonus, and then it gets you 10 extra damage.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to do 2 reckless attacks. I'm going to do it 4 times, just take the lower numbers. So 18...
Well, no. If you're doing reckless, then that means you have advantage, but you're basically you have normal attacks, so you get the first 2. I'll give you the first 2.
Plus 3 for each.
Awesome.
No.
Okay, so just in your rage and in your desperation, you take out the Warhammer, and instead of getting a good swing, because like the first time you swing, it's kind of a futile attempt, but you take your Embered Warhammer and realize that it's kind of like a burning iron, and you just shove it up against the relatively soft pink flesh inside the creature, dealing, awesome, let's see, 18 plus 16 is...
Right.
What was that? 34? Yeah.
Almost.
34 plus the 6. Is it still 6? Let me check this up. I said I was going to look it up later, but I forgot. Barbarian. So we are now level... You're level 12 or 13?
12.
Okay. Your rage damage is plus 3, so you get an extra 6. So you do 40 damage from the inside of this creature. Oh, okay, awesome. We'll see the consequences of that later. Okay, so is that your full turn done?
Yes. Yeah. I forgot how many times I can hit. I'm pretty sure it's...
Well, you did you haste? You raged, which is your bonus action.
Yeah, so I can't hit.
Yeah, so you have 2 attacks. You have 2 attacks per attack action, and then you get a third for a bonus action. Actually, is that right? I think that's right.
So I remember doing 3 attacks before, but...
Yeah, so you're a barbarian at level 12. So you have reckless attack, primal path, ability score improvement, extra attack. Yeah, so you do have an extra attack, and then...
Just remember when we calculated before, once I had the boost to haste, I could do 4 attacks.
Yeah, that's correct.
So what's the third attack?
So your bonus action, but you use that as a rage.
But the haste is a bonus action. So there's no point in me having haste?
No. So when you use haste, when you do haste, it ups your movement. It doubles your movement, gives you 2 to your AC. It also gives you an extra attack action, so it counts as an action. So you can attack 3 times with actions, and then you get your 4th as a bonus.
Okay.
But when you actually use your haste, it takes your bonus action, so you get 3
How long does it
attacks.
last?
10 rounds.
Okay.
So 1 minute.
The more you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna write up the magic items in the future because I need to actually have it written down. Okay. Cool. So that was Rundy's turn, which is a really good one. Ulrich, this towering column of just purple flesh, like purple spiked, scaly flesh, is before you. What do you want to do?
Was there any indication of that last attack from inside, like anywhere on the stomach that was kind of thudding a little bit?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
No, and in fact, this one isn't singed.
Oh, okay. It's a different one. Alright, so noting that, I attack it with my longsword. Right in the
Okay, hit.
right where I can reach, probably in the belly.
All right,
Sorry, I did that 4 times on accident.
you're only to do 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. No worries. Okay. So you draw forth your blood sword, just with its black curling steel, and you just like stabbing into it. The first hack, you slice through it. A little bit of really caustic blood sprays across the front of your chest piece. You take your shield and bash into it, which kind of pries open one of the scales, and you shove your sword deeper in. Could you add up your damage for me there? You hit 3 times.
The first 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So 25.
25. 40.
Awesome. Never on the right there. Oh, sorry. Okay.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to raise Tempered Guard, so that raises my AC by 1.
AC to 1. Sick. Okay, all right. Eighth's turn.
Well, this might be overkill, but we'll see.
I doubt it.
That means he's got at least 3 more of these things.
Stop it. You're ruining everything.
I'm gonna do a 7th level Scorching Ray, so that's 8 rays.
Dang, bro. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see if they hit. Okay.
3, 4,
Pretty hard to miss a target like that.
5,
Okay, also, you having cursed
7.
one of the worms, you can feel where your quarry is. But he's
Oh,
under the
shoot.
ground. So
Okay, can I take that back then?
okay, fine.
Because I won't get my 2 curses on it, will I?
Nope. Because it's a different thing. It's a different creature.
Okay, then can I take that back and do something else with my turn?
Sure.
The fact that it's not on fire should he'll do that.
I am a benevolent dictator.
I'm gonna harm it,
Okay.
and then
Next time I won't. Next time your bad decisions stay.
well, you said that I would have known that.
No, I know. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And then that'll be my bonus action.
Awesome. So DC Constitution saving throw. These guys have pretty good con. Let's see. Yep.
Okay, so it's half.
Okay, so he takes 23 necrotic and awesome. So 23 plus 12 is 35. Okay, awesome. What do you cast your spells out of? Is it just like your hand?
I have a ring, I'm pretty sure. I
Okay.
think I decided on a ring.
Okay. So focusing your divine energy through your ring, kind of this wave pulses out and penetrates the worm's scale, cracking it as the black cracks kind of radiate out from the central point and crack up its stomach, not covering its whole body by any means, but definitely doing a nice amount of damage. Followed up with your holy sword strike, hitting the weakened scales and penetrating through, dealing 12 points of damage. Awesome. Okay. 35. Sick.
Damn it, I was so looking forward to that turn. When that other one shows
I know.
Oh my god.
I knew that's what you were doing, so I was trying to warn
Oh,
you.
please don't tell me there's a worm in every hole.
Blasted.
I'm not that mean. These guys are hard. Okay. Aethys' turn. Copper's turn.
to.
Also, roll an intelligence check if you want to, just for maybe some hints and tips. Yeah. You notice that some of the large boulders that were ejected from the holes are of a pretty good size.
That was my strategy. I was already planning on using it.
Okay, cool. Just...
I'm trying to decide between two things here: dropping rocks on them or plugging up holes with other ways.
Okay.
Shame.
Did you just cut out?
Did I cut out? Hello?
No, I can hear you.
I couldn't hear you for the last 20 seconds. But okay.
At any rate. That's some wind spells. That's what I'm going to invest in next.
Wind?
Yes, wind. What's my range for this?
60. You have movement, though.
Yeah.
But holes are dangerous to stand next to.
Yeah. That's an action spell, right? Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give myself a safe area.
Okay.
Oh no, that needs concentration though. Other.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to start off with something else then. I'm going to start off with flight.
Flight. Interesting choice.
No, that still needs concentration.
Okay.
I never remember which needs concentration, which doesn't.
Usually the spells that stick around use concentration.
Oh, there, I turn on no concentration. There we go. Okay. Sure.
Everybody else kind of prep your turns.
I'm
Yeah.
melting. So
Between this pit here, between this pit and this hole, so moving down here.
Okay.
Oh, there.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm using my telekinesis to pick up that large rock
Okay.
to the head of the worm.
You didn't say anything. Trying to build up a prop library so I can make more interactive maps.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
just rotate it a little.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Just like that.
Oh, hell
Click
yeah.
on it.
It's even glowy too, so you know you can interact with it.
Click on it.
It's just hit by the. Well, I mean, I'm gonna move it, but just sorry.
Grumble. Okay, so Cumber swings out, reaches out his hand with effort, draw, and wings it upward into the head of the worm.
Oh, okay. You're just throwing at the worm. Okay.
Like I'm still holding on to it, but it's just like swinging through the head of the worm.
Okay. Awesome. So, making me pull out my improvised damage table. Let's see. Here we go. Alrighty. So I'm gonna say the worm can get a dexterity saving throw.
Must be pretty dexterous to get out of there.
Well, I know it's not likely, but
Sure.
yeah. So it fails. So roll 10d10.
Ooh.
Holy crap! Nice. Okay, so Copper, just this tiny. I mean, just in the eyes of the rest. Yeah, just like. Kind of like this blue energy kind of wraps around your hands, kind of adding to your strength, and the same familiar glow emanates from the boulder you're lifting up. As you pick it up, gain momentum, and just slam it into the head of the worm. It kind of just reels with the impact, like. That's the worm snake. Awesome. You hit it, kind of driving through, knocking the worm down with the impact. The rock is floating in the air over here. Should you want to use it again? Jeez. 264. Making me do math on the fly. I hate you. Okay, so here we go. Not really. That was awesome. Okay. It's now the worm's turn. Just reeling from that impact and visibly bloodied, like you've clearly knocked some of its scales free and dislocated one of its multi-mandible jaws. It's going to turn towards the closest, most damaging person close to it. So it's going to attack Aethys. Let's see. So it's going to make its multi-attack. So, actually, it's gonna. Okay, Aethys, does 22 hit you?
No.
Nah. You have to use a spell?
No, my AC is naturally 24 now.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Explain that to me.
Here, let me open this layout.
Not that I don't trust you, I just want to make sure you did the math right.
Waiting for my exponent. Okay. Where's my equipment?
So you have half plate armor?
Yeah.
Okay, so half plate.
Unless it screwed it up.
Half plate, so you have 17 from your armor. Is there a bonus on it? It's just normal
Yeah,
half
it's
plate.
17 plus my dex.
But it's just 2. So it maxes out at 2. Do you have 2 dexterity bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a 17.
Oh wait, is it?
Because half plate is base 15 plus 2. If you have that much dexterity.
Maybe it did screw it up. What is old armor modifier?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't add it. And that's maybe if that's not.
How much bonus do you have for your shield?
3.
So wait, 3 total or 5?
The shield is regularly +2, and I have a +1 on top of that, so that's 3.
Okay. So that's 20. And then do you have anything else?
Not that I can think of. I guess Roll20 just gave me an extra 4 for no reason.
Oh.
So I didn't-
Sorry,
okay.
that's kind of disappointing. But
No, it's
20
okay.
is pretty good.
Well, I'm still gonna shield, so it doesn't hit anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So casting your arcane shield as the worm the body just kind of hits you, the arcane energy shatters at the impact, but manages to deflect the blow. Oh, okay. Wait, so I'm still doing the worm's turns. Okay. Then Ulrich, he's trying to crush you again.
Oh, that's
so, Yeah, so 23 I think hits.
Yes.
Okay, so you take 24 piercing damage and then do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 4.
Okay, shoot, dude. Okay, you take 69 points total.
Total. Okay.
As the worm body falls on you with its full, just massive momentum, crushing you into the ground. And with that, he's going to pull back. I'll say you can have an opportunity attack with disadvantage, Ulrich,
Okay.
because you're
Sure.
kind of too far away, but he was really close to you when he pulled back.
Okay. I'll try it. Disadvantage. That's with disadvantage.
Okay. And then yeah, he's gonna. I need to play more music. Let's see. There you go. Just gonna keep replaying the same song. I'm sorry. Okay. And just with the crushed impact, Aethys, as you look down, you can see your compatriot Ulrich, whose armor is now like dented and scratched up, his face covered in blood. The worm pulls back and just pulls back into the hole. Now it leaves the second worm's turn. He's going to pop up over here. Okay. Yeah. So, Grundy, you're inside the beast. You shove your embered warhammer into the side, searing it, and almost it has like this weird mix of scents. It's like almost a good smell because it's searing meat, but then it's also mixed with just this acidic, caustic smell. And as he does that, you feel a huge amount of movement and kind of you can feel the sides of the tunnels pushing up against you as it's moving up. And you feel just this wash of acid pour over you as it vomits, just jettisoning you out of its body, and you land.
Reaction to that?
No, that's the. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I want to kind of extend myself to the point of trying to stay inside. Whether that be
Explain how you'd want to do that.
does it have a uvula?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It makes its living by eating tunnels and like actively digesting rocks and
have uvula.
How much space is around me? Like, is it tight or is it?
Yeah, it's a pretty tight squeeze.
Okay, I want to like kind of.
But it's not. You can sense that like it can contract like a snake. You know how snakes can like swallow things wider than itself.
Yeah.
It can kind of do that, but it's contracting. So right now it's tight.
I kind of want to like stretch out, putting my almost like I'm climbing on the side of the cliff face. Put my legs on either side of it, and just like jam my warhammer up to see if I like jam myself in.
Okay. I'm gonna give this a hard DC. But yeah, roll at athletics.
Ooh.
45.
Yeah.
Do I get a? No. I don't get advantage on athletics, do I?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
That is it.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. You, as you're getting kind of squirted out and jettisoned out of this worm's body, you turn around, take your warhammer, planting it in the worm. Roll an attack. Okay, so you swing your warhammer, bearing it into the wall of flesh that is the worm, but the flood of acid is too much for a warhammer. There's not a lot of penetration with it. It's just bludgeoning, so there's not a whole lot to hold on with. But it shoots you out still, but you do get that extra damage. Okay, so this guy. He's at. Good idea though, but that would have been hard. Let's see. Okay. So you're laying right here. If you want to place your token again, prone. But free.
Damn it.
Okay. So that was his action. And for his movement, he's just kind of unsatisfactorily. It's not very satisfying, but he's going to shoot back underground because he likes his life. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up, click my Boots of Haste, my bonus action,
Okay.
and say, "I'll crush you like a worm." I'm just gonna run forward, and I'm just gonna dive in the hole.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going in the hole
Okay.
with my dwarven burrowing skills.
Ooh. This will be nasty.
There goes my plant.
Okay, so roll a
Raged.
dexterity saving throw.
I'm imagining you do a swan dive into the hole.
Okay, so diving into the hole, you've done this like a few times during mining accidents when like it's being flooded,
Oh.
but you hit one of the sides.
If possible. As I'm falling down of the vertical part of the hole, I like to, if it's like wide enough for me, I'd like to either use my hammer as kind of like a
Pull
hang
it
gliding
down.
thing to go down, or just kind of jam at the side. Just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
drag it down, just slow myself down.
For sure. Crap. All right. Roll thing. Okay, so as you're falling, loose rocks and pebbles kind of fall off and like smash against like your head and chest. You manage to take the back end of your hammer, which has a kind of a spiked aspect to it, jam it into the side, and keep careening down the tunnel. You kind of use your legs and push off, walking into the other side, push off, walking into the other side, kind of like glissading, like super awesomely. You come to an impact of the ground, just kind of into a 3-point landing with your hammer down. You can get a vague sense of light just because of the fiery aspect of your hammer. You do suffer a quarter of that damage because you succeeded the dexterity saving throw and you have resistance to bludgeoning with your rage from the fall.
6.
Yeah. And then looking around, your vision is... Do dwarves have dark vision? Or
Yes.
Yeah, they
They ought to.
is it like 40 feet?
Better. They do, because they're dwarves. 60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. You're looking down, and it's kind of a disappointment a little bit. As you're looking down, instead of seeing just like a huge, like a cavern system that these worms are inhabiting, it's more of like a gopher hole where there's just like a series of tunnels leading all over the place. But you're on the floor looking down. There's like a little bit of sunlight coming through in your warhammer, and you can see about 40 feet down one of the tunnels to where it turns. And you can catch like the last 20 feet of the worm as it, not actually catch it, but with your vision, you can see it as it's turning the corner.
Does it turn to the right or the left?
Yeah, it turns down the,
Okay.
turns to the left. There's like a T intersection, but it turns left.
I moved. I have to calculate this because it takes half my movement to stand up. But then I have my Boots of Haste. So we're counting. Could I have clicked my Boots of Haste before I stood up? Like on the ground? Or is that not a thing? Because I'm laying down.
Before you stood up.
Yeah, just to make the calculation.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know if it'll add any speed to you though, because
Well,
it's
I
half movement. It's half movement to stand up.
That's true. That's a good point. Okay, so I moved. How far did I move? Was it 10 feet? Moved 10
Yeah.
feet to jump in, and half my movement. So double my movement is 70 feet, 60 feet.
Okay.
So I can make it around the corner. I can move 60 feet. Right?
Okay.
It says 40
Yeah.
feet around the corner.
Yeah, and you are actually moving faster than the worm.
Okay, I want to...
I'll say you can get your bonus action attack in.
Okay. I want to move around the corner and see if I can...
Oh.
Okay, I move around the corner, and how far ahead of me is he?
Let's see, so he has a movement speed. He has a movement speed of 50. So he descended the tunnel and moved, and you're 60 feet. Yeah, so he's probably like 30 or 40 feet down another tunnel.
30 or 40 feet. Okay.
Well, no, sorry, 20. He's about 20 feet.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to use...
Your new chain.
Yeah, I was gonna say my chain. Is there some way that I could use like? I'm sorry, I'm making this complicated.
No, it's fine. I like it. I like it. I like thinking outside
I
the
could
box.
use like the spike part of the pommel with my chain of returning to throw and like stab into him, or is that not how the chain works?
To kind of have like a water skiing effect, like where you drag behind it.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll say that's a called shot, so you'll have disadvantage.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we'll just go from there.
And I can do one attack, you said?
Yeah, your bonus action attack.
Okay. And I can make this reckless.
Okay.
26.
Nice. Are you taking the 26?
Yeah, taking the 26. Because I want to hook into him, I don't really care about damage.
Okay. You throw kind of awkwardly. You have to choke up really high, so like your hand is almost burning on the embered warhead, not warhead. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of lob it like a javelin with your dwarven strength. The really thin mithril chain leading behind, like, kind of like pulling out of the bag you have in it on your belt. It stabs into the back of the worm. You can kind of see it like react a little bit to the piercing pain. And make an athletics check, buddy.
19.
Alright, yeah.
Oh.
So you're kind of holding on to it, and you feel the chain feeding out of your back, like shh. All of a sudden, it's like the movement of the worm just pulls you forward. You're
You guys
pulled
aren't
off
even
your.
seeing this
yeah.
shit. This is so
You're
cool.
pulled off your feet. And
At
you're
the moment, we're
kinda,
staring at empty fields, so.
yeah, you're pulled off your feet, and you're sliding around. You suffer 1 point of bludgeoning damage from just kind of like hitting your arm on a rock, but you shrug that off. You don't even take damage because you have resistance. Yeah, so you get pulled forward. Awesome. Okay,
I like
all
the
right.
idea of cross-cutting with the quiet field, guys. Like, it's like there's like a bird.
It's like
being-
da 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 da.
Yeah, it's just...
Quick cut, jump cut to Grundy.
That's awesome.
So I'm at 4 health right now, so I'm not gonna do. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a brave dive into the hole, but I'm gonna take 1 health potion. Oh yeah, up to 10,
Nice.
and
You are prone.
I'm prone. Yeah. So yeah, laying down on my back, I pull myself up, up onto my feet, gasping in pain. grab my arm that's dislocated, pop it back in.
Yeah.
Try to wipe
Lock
off
it
the
back
blood
in
off that's
place.
covering my face. And then I slowly, with my longsword drawn, I start walking kind of around the holes this way.
All right.
Can I walk? Is this under a tree?
Yeah, so basically, where the green, that's the tree directly above, and it goes down, and then this is kind of like the cast shadow, so you can kind of
Oh, okay.
hopefully get a sense of what the tree looks like.
Okay. I'm just going to move over to right here where I get I don't know,
Okay.
just walking around. And then I'm going to do my second wind.
Okay. As you're kind of half limping, half jogging in that direction, you look up and you see the gnome who's currently just kind of seated on the roof, kind of like actually,
Yeah.
it's like he's watching a show. He's sitting there with a bag of what you can tell to be like some kind of jerky or something, just like eating it. But he clearly doesn't expect you guys to win, and he's kind of stuck on this lonely island, so he's just enjoying it while he can.
The worm shooting up, Grundy flying out, diving back
In
in
the background.
like a shark.
A giant floating rock in the background.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Beginning
Alright.
of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Do you wanna like load up your musket or anything while you can?
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yep.
All right. So it's Aethys' turn now. Top of the round.
Well, Grundy took my playmate. So,
They say I'm blaming, won't you come play with me?
that goes to Ulrich for my bonus.
All right.
Oh, thank
Ulrich will
you.
Heal 10 hit points.
And I would
Awesome.
like to save my action for when that asshole shows his face again. The one that I hexed.
All right. So are you gonna be casting a spell for your held action?
Yeah, I'd like to do a 7th level thingamajiggy.
Okay. Good to
And I'd
know.
like to back away Cole slightly. Like,
It's probably smart. Okay.
so
Um, Okay. Let's see.
actually, I want
Copper, it's your turn. Currently levitating this huge boulder, which
Having nobody to throw my rock at.
but plenty of opportunities to plug a leak.
No. I suppose I could, but what happens if Grundy needs to get out?
I mean, you're not going to plug every single one of them.
just lock Grundy in there. Each
They're meat for me.
Ulrich, you're probably pretty unhealthy right now, aren't you?
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Tons of junk food.
I really gonna offer this to Grundy.
Yeah, Grundy's probably pretty low too. Or
Yeah.
fairly low anyway. At least in the 2 digits.
2 digits.
Walk over to this cart and investigate it.
Okay.
Worms, but since they're not around.
Just make the best like cross-cutting scene. You just like
Okay,
make a
roll
robot cart, and I'm like underground.
Wondering if our dear DM gave us something to work with here.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oof. So you start walking towards the cart, but then the loose, like, kind of wet earth around you starts to give way, and you accidentally slide through, kind of caught up in a little bit of a landslide, ending up at the bottom of this 10-foot pit.
Explain this. I bring the rock over to me,
Okay. Yes. I was like,
and I climb on top of it.
oh, that wasn't what I was expecting, but sure, yeah, go. Awesome.
I'm currently
Is there
going to
any-
go rock surfing.
Is there any sort of distance limitation on telekinesis?
Let's see. Up to 30 feet.
Okay. Well, it'll move 30 feet then. Which is almost enough. It's kind of hovering precariously over this cart you're about to inspect.
I'll crush
Okay.
the worms. I'll crush the cart.
Okay. Very good, very good. It is now the worm's turn. Okay. Who shall I kill first? Putting them in position there. Okay, Ulrich. As you're hobbling towards the hut, you hear Phil from behind you and and Aethys in front of you. Just the localized tremor, and all of a sudden, the worm shoots up. I'd like both of you to roll a stealth check to see which one.
Oh man. Oh no. You're gonna beat me, Athos. Yeah.
It is under a tree, and this thing is 40 feet
Can I
tall.
fail it
Yeah.
on purpose?
Yeah, you can fail it on purpose.
I'm gonna fail it on purpose and just shield it off.
Okay.
Doesn't Aethys still have his action held?
Yeah, is this the hexed one or no?
The hex one has a red dot on it.
God damn.
Yeah.
Philip, shove him up the hole.
Working on
Get
it.
back here.
Okay, well, I mean, it is the worm's turn.
Eh.
I'm gonna fail it automatically. I'll bang on my shield or something.
Thanks.
Actually, hold on. Let me think again. Grundy.
Yep.
So, as you're being jettisoned forward, holding onto your warhammer, kind of like a, have you ever went water skiing and then you just kind of have like that pull? Yeah, so you're being pulled through, but instead of soft water, it's just gravel and dirt being thrown in your face, like covering you with small scratches and bruises. But then, as you look up, you realize when worms eat rocks, they don't keep them in their body because then they only could go like so far. They just open up and let everything out. So ahead of you, a veritable rock slide opens up and spews out of the back of the worm. Roll an athletics check, see if you stay on for 1. Yeah, you're good. And then you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer. Let's see. Okay, so as you're jettisoning forward, the worm opens up and starts spewing out the contents of the earth that it's tunneling through towards you at a pretty high velocity, especially as you're traveling forward at about 50 feet every 6 seconds as the rocks are hitting you. So you take half that. So you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you manage to hang on. 10, sorry. Half that. You're correct. So that's his action. So this worm, Aethys failed on purpose, and these worms are long and have a lot of reach. So he's going to make 2 bite attacks at Aethys. That's multi-attack.
Multi-attack.
It's 25. Does 25 hit you, Sean?
Let's see, if I shield, that would make it 25, so it would hit, so I'm gonna make that one get disadvantage.
No. Wait. Is that how it works? If it meets?
If it
Yeah.
hits,
It's just hits. Yeah, it's just, okay, you're
So
right.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
where's my thing?
Your flare.
Yeah, that one. So it's advantage.
Okay. 21 this time.
Shoot, son. Yeah, it's.
Okay. So it lunges towards you through the air. Like, it's a weird thing. It's like seeing a tongue, like, flop around, because it's just this solid body of muscle that's, like, not really hanging on to anything, but it just shoots towards you in the air. The first time you hit your light, kind of momentarily blinding it because of its subterranean nature. It shudders back and lunges forward again, this time with more ferocity. You take 21 piercing damage and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh! Wait, that's a check.
Hopefully you do better.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So Ulrich, looking around it, you see the impact and just the boulders flying out of the hole. The worm ducks down, impacting, and raises up with no Aethys.
No, Aethys.
No Aethys. Aethys, you feel kind of the warm embrace of the walls of this fleshy cavern swallowing
Warm
you.
embrace of death.
The warm embrace of death. As you get swallowed, now you are the one who experiences kind of like the hair burning, hair singeing, and like this caustic, awful smell as your skin begins to itch and burn. All right, so that was the worm's pretty successful turn. Grundy, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna start making my way up the chain.
Reeling yourself
Fully,
in.
yeah, reeling myself in. What would I do for that?
Athletics check. Athletics should be better than strength for you because you can have a proficiency bonus.
5.
Awesome. Yeah. So hand over hand. How much is your movement? It's ridiculous. Never
70.
mind. Yeah. So hand over hand, you make it all the way to the hilt of, actually it's the hammer head actually that's sticking out. But you get right to the end of your hammer.
I can't reach the water though. I was 20 feet away from it when I.
Yeah, and you get up there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you
And
clear the distance.
As I do, I want to as I continue up, I want to be wrapping the chain around my arm.
Okay.
So I get all the way up. I have the chain all the way around my arm, and I'm gonna take out. How much more movement do I have?
You only used 40 feet.
Okay, and how much space is there between the worm and the tunnel? Is there any space at all?
No.
No. Okay.
It's like the worms dig their hole through, and then it slightly caves in again, and they have to partially
So
redig
this
it.
one's making his own hole.
Yeah. Well, no. It's like
Worms have a tendency to reseal their holes as they pass.
Okay.
yeah, but we're making it interesting.
Very important question here. How big is his bum hole?
It opens up pretty wide, but right now it's puckered.
I want to stretch his bum hole with my strength. I want to try to pull it apart. Can I pull out his bum hole?
It'll be a contested
Yeah.
check. So contested strength check, I guess, if
Uh-huh.
you can unclench his butt hole.
Yeah. This is so grindy right now.
He rolled a natural 20, so if you can beat a 29,
God damn it. Okay, no, I can't.
his sphincter is clenched.
Okay.
I don't know where you were going with that, and I don't think I want
Yeah. His cloaca
How
game
clenched
is
it,
strong.
though? Like,
to. He rolled a natural 20, so pretty darn.
but there's like rocks like coming out of it though, right?
No, it was like a shoot. It was like
Okay, but it's not continually coming out.
it was kind of like an attack on his turn. It wasn't like a perpetual
It's attack.
thing.
Okay.
It was an improvised attack. Give me a break.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of.
Yeah, his attack, worm crap, does 66 damage.
I'm gonna hang on with my left hand, and then with my right hand, I'm gonna take out my Slayer pickaxe and do 3 attacks against. Or I guess the contested strength was that an action.
Yeah, so you can attack once, and then another time with your bonus action.
Okay.
Because you used your full action, which is technically your 2 attacks.
Okay, and then these are gonna be reckless. So 27 and 15. So
Oh.
27.
Why don't you guys ever just push the advantage tab?
I don't know.
It makes it easier for me. Okay, the 27 and the 14? Or 15?
I don't think 15 hits, but
Yeah, 15 misses. The first time you
plus
hit,
3.
or the first time you swing, kind of, it ricochets off the back
swinging
scale
at his
almost
bum
like a
hole,
rock.
too. So I can get
Yeah,
that thing
but
going.
I'm not gonna change the AC for you hitting his butt.
Well, maybe if I can pierce it, then it'll do something.
Well, okay, you hit it once.
I have a
pretend-
mission here, trust me.
Yeah, so you're like, ting, ting, just kind of like,
Picking at his butthole.
you're actually bending the tip of your war pick as you're smashing it against the stone-like scales. But the second one, you managed to crack through, hitting like hitting a kind of like an overlap. You slide through into the flesh, dealing a minor 10 points of damage.
13. Just
13 points
That's
of
a
damage.
minor.
I mean, it could have killed me at level 1 as Sparrow.
So, can I do my held action now? Because I assume I'm not going to be able to get to use it on the other one.
Roll a concentration check.
Just a regular
Concentration check?
So Constitution saving throw.
I thought it was a thing that you could just use your turn whenever. If you hold
I know, but you got swallowed in between your turn.
11.
I'm gonna say you can shoot off like a lower level spell,
Designate what counts as lower level.
like 4 or lower.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to give you opportunities, but it kind of, I don't know, you got swallowed.
I'm not really a high damage kind of person when I have disadvantage.
Well, I mean, it's a spell. Unless if you're just hacking at him.
I'm not.
Oh.
I guess I'll do. Okay, number 1, I'm gonna move my hex to the worm that I'm in,
Okay,
just for funsies, as my bonus action.
you can do that. That's just a thing.
Yeah, you can move hex whenever.
Okay.
This probably isn't gonna make 40, but I'll try.
Fireball?
Wait, I gotta do it at 4th level, sorry.
Fireball.
You casting it inside your set.
Oh,
Oh,
he doesn't get hurt by his own fire.
That's right.
He's a whatever they call
So,
it.
35 damage. Damn it, so
special
close.
person.
Yeah. So you just shoot out this fireball, and like it doesn't hurt you, but it's like you're blind because it's dark, and then you shoot a fireball, so it's just this huge blast of like white light right in your face, and you can feel the heat like waving past you. Awesome. Wait, is it 40 or 30? I think it was 30.
I thought it was 40 when I read it. That'd be awesome if it was 30.
I think it was 30. Yeah, it's 30.
Oh, okay, awesome. Then I got out.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that'll be at the worm's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, sick. That was this worm. I'm in the wrong layer again. Cool. So you did 35?
Well, technically, it takes a bonus action to move my hex, and I held my action, so it would just be 33, because I don't think I get to move my hex when not held action.
Okay. Good to know. But yeah, you shoot off the fireball, and it kind of temporarily swells the form of the worm. Just kind of like balloons out with the explosion, and it like collapses back on you. But then you feel a wave of something else coming up. Okay, so that was Aethys' turn. Copper's turn.
Can I try climbing out of this pit?
You can. So make an athletics check.
Well, that wasn't my real turn, that was just my held action, so it'd be whoever's after Philip, right?
Oh, sorry, it's Ulrich's turn then.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Ulrich, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So the worm is still in front of me. Did I notice the effects of the fireball?
Yeah. The worm. I mean, you don't know what happened necessarily. You turned around when the worm swallowed Aethys, but then when you turn around and look back at the worm kind of like swelled out like a balloon, and then it clapped back.
Okay.
That's normal shape,
Normal size.
normal size and
Does
volume.
it look that hurt?
It's belching a little bit of smoke, and it's bleeding from several areas, but it looks still pretty vigorous.
Okay. I'm going to fire with my Thunderer. That misses, I think.
Okay, yeah. So firing, just the loud clap and the smoke, but the bullet just ricochets off one of the shells, and the bullets flung into the valley below, hopefully not hitting anybody.
Yeah. And a little frustrated with that, I set the Thunderer down on the ground, draw my longsword, and charge at the worm.
Okay, drawing your black steel blade, you run forward, making your attack.
And let's do attack. How do I use my life drain ability? I don't think I've used that.
Yeah, so I changed your enchantment to something
Okay.
more practical.
Okay.
But I forgot to tell you last fight. Basically, every creature you kill, you get 1 point. you get one charge, and you can hold 5 charges until you long rest.
Uh-huh.
Each one of those charges, you can use it to do an extra D10 if you hit, or heal yourself a D10.
Oh, okay. So right now we're starting from 0 charges.
Yeah, because you long
Okay.
rested.
Okay.
But I mean,
So-
do you like that better than
Oh
doing
yeah,
the other thing?
that's fine. I think I'll be able to use it a lot more in
Yeah,
combat.
I wanted to make it more of a passive ability instead of just like a super active one that might not work all the time.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
So yeah, every time you kill somebody, you get a charge. You can have up to 5 charges, and then each charge you can use to do an extra D10 of damage or heal yourself a D10 plus your Constitution mod.
Okay, awesome. So at this moment, I'm going to take my action surge and I'm going to chop at him again.
Okay,
What
3 more
constitutes
times.
Killing something.
if you get the last hit.
Can you kill like 5 squirrels every morning and just have it like saved up? That way?
Yeah.
Good
Loophole.
question. I suppose if you want to just slaughter 5 goats every day, you can, but
There you go.
All right. How about
I'm gonna
bugs?
say
Does that
I'm gonna
count?
say it has to be like a beast. It has
Okay,
to be a beast with blood because it has to like, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be just a beast, but you know, it's not like an insect. You can't just like crush caterpillars with your sword. And stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll ask you what counts, I guess, when it happens. And then I rolled a precision attack to add a D10,
Oh, sick.
but
Okay.
3. So
So you can
How many-
feel, you look up at the worm's body and you can kind of see this like squirming lump like a little bit above you, which you assume to be your companion. You draw your longsword out, again like kind of reutilizing your previous tactic. You just like hit one of the scales up with your shield and just plunge your blade into it, and then the second one you just slice across, doing 32 damage. Awesome.
how many of
Oh,
those?
Wait,
Yeah,
35. Sorry.
16. How many of those hit? The 16, 12.
Oh shoot! You rolled 4 times.
Yeah.
Wait, how many times? How many times did you roll?
I did the Dwarven. I did my action surge. So Dwarven Thunderer.
So that gives you 3 extra attacks.
Yep.
Holy crap!
Yeah. How many
Okay,
of those
you
hit?
You hit 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
With the longsword?
So you did.
The 17 was the only one that missed, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. 12.
I didn't see that. I only saw the first 2.
Oh. Plus 3. So I think that's 63.
Oh jeez. Nice. Let me check the math on this real quick.
Okay.
With 63.
The Thunderer missed.
Wow. Yeah, at your last blow, you just kind of plunge it in, and then instead of pulling it out the exit wound, you just like tear it out the side, with just this huge gout of blood like all over you. At that, you notice a shift in the creature's energy, like vitality. Now it's
Yeah.
looking fairly weak, relatively speaking.
Okay.
Awesome. That was ridiculous.
Love it.
Aethys, now it's your turn. You're currently swallowed still.
I'm still inside.
It's the worm's turn when you get vomited.
I'm
I
gonna
think.
hold my action and hope again.
Okay. What spell do you want to hold?
Holding my 7th level blow it up spell.
Okay.
But I guess I can use my bonus action now, right? Because I have nothing
Yeah.
else to do.
Yep.
I guess I'll 2nd level healing word myself.
Okay. Awesome.
So I get
Good, good. Okay, so you're holding your turn until you get vomited and you see your specific quarry.
My next one.
Okay. That's Aethys' turn. Held. Copper, it's your turn.
How is this worm looking?
This current worm, he is with Ulrich's last attack. He looks to have. He's definitely slowed in the vigor of his movements. He's looking pretty bloody, but I mean, like, there's wounds like all over his body. It's not like his whole body's just covered in blood or anything, but He's definitely taken a pretty big beating, but he's not. It'd be hard to one-shot him at this point, but close-ish. Depending on who you are.
Okay.
Killing my cute worm puppets.
All right. So. Oh.
I missed that last bit. Sorry, I missed.
What's my check for climbing out of the hole?
It's an athletics check, not a terribly hard one, and it'll use half. It'll take double movement for the. Yeah, so that actually does make it, but it's about. It takes 20 feet of your movement to climb out.
That's fine.
So you're about here.
I'm gonna climb up next to the rock.
Okay. Sorry, you lost that sentence.
Okay, so I'm using stone shape.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Into a pointed spire,
Yeah.
which I am then going to. That's what I was figuring out here. Is telekinesis. Which
I'm just gonna say it's gonna have to succeed against a save, so it's gonna have to beat a 19 or take half damage from whatever you do, and then I'm gonna have you make an intelligence check so you don't like destroy Aethys too. Because I mean, you can see the position where Aethys is, like kind of on his body.
So I'll do an intelligence check to see where the bulge is.
Oh shoot! Oh, you gotta do it though. You gotta do the attack.
I'm aiming at the head, so I'm using telekinesis to send it right into the head.
Okay. I'm gonna have it roll its dex save. Ah, jeez. This is kind of awesome and kind of sucks. Okay, Purple Worm, where are your stats at? I accidentally closed the window. Give me a second. Purple Worm, dexterity saving throw. Okay, so it fails, taking full damage. Roll 12d10 for me.
12 d10.
Yeah.
Last time was 10.
I know, you sharpened it.
Ah.
Okay, so Sean, you take half of that.
I can deal with that. Rounded up or down?
Down. Or
Cool.
you take the half that has less damage on it. Whatever. Yeah. And with that, that's definitely the last hit. So, kind of holding your almost like awkwardly football-shaped stone, like huge boulder, the squirming worm is just reacting to the painful blows of Ulrich, who's just kind of cutting it apart. And you see this squirming bulge like towards the center of the worm's body. You mean to hit it in the head, but you were never very good at sports when you were a kid, so you threw it just with your telekinesis, hitting it a little bit low of the squirming mass, but still hitting the mass, hitting it just into the worm. Like Ulrich, as you look up, you can see what once was a cylindrical shape goes from cylindrical to almost pancake flat as it just hits Aethys. You get shot out as it was already trying to vomit you, but then with this kind of impact, it was like hitting it with a plunger. You get shot out of the worm's mouth. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm so good at this.
What?
Other follows a reaction just in case.
Yeah, you can do that. So Aethys, you shoot out, and you're coming in for what would have been a successful kind of like duck and roll, but before you hit the ground, your descent is slowed by a Featherfall spell as you rest softly on the grass below you. The worm just bloodied, and now, as all of you look at it again, there's a hole almost like through it as it reels up and down, trying to pull back into the hole, but doesn't get that far before it dies. His body lays squirming, dead on the ground. Dead.
Yes.
That's
Is it on top of me?
That's the dead worm save.
So where's my token now?
About right here. You almost landed on the saw.
You know what? That would just be an Aethys thing to do.
Okay, and right then, you all see the second worm jettison itself out of the hole.
This is the one that I hexed, right?
Correct.
Ha! And I blow it up.
Taking damage every time its turn came around because of the fire.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Roll. Let's see if it makes it save. It was a dexterity save?
I believe so. Let's see. So he's got to make a.
I failed both times. So roll the. Is it 66 twice?
Yeah.
Okay, roll 66.
Oh, it's gonna be
twice.
3d6 total. 3d6 twice.
Okay,
0.
so 66. Yeah, it has a -2 modifier. Oh my gosh, Chris. Okay, yeah, so Ulrich, Grundy, it just so happens that your quarry you're attached onto this whole time has been on fire as well. I kind of forgot to mention that part.
It makes a nice glow in the tunnel.
Just this poor flaming worm that has like a dwarf stuck to its butt as it's squirming around in its home.
He was trying to get into his bunghole.
Yeah, who's probably mate for life, just died. Because I guess worms do that. So the worm jettisons out of the hole, fully exposing its body this time. Now you can see it's about 80 feet long, or not, 70 feet long. And Grundy, make another athletics check.
25.
Okay. This time as it flies out of the hole, you kind of get shot out as the hammer dislodges itself from the back of the worm. As it crawls out of the hole and flies, you kind of fly up about 20 feet up in the air. Make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, you take 3 points of fall damage. You fall down. So the worm is going to take the rest of its action to climb up this pit, get to this hole, and start going down head first. Aethys, if you want to take your...
Does the worm
What?
climb?
Well, I
Does
mean,
it do the worm?
yeah, because I mean it's slithering. It's like it's segmented, so it expands like a caterpillar and contracts again, but pretty rapidly. Did you get 3 natural ones in a row?
Do I get a?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get an
How
opportunity.
many of those hit?
I'm gonna stay with disadvantage. It's a 18 to hit. So you tell me.
Okay. 1, 2.
And then Grundy, you can get a disadvantage.
I'd like my opportunity to be rehooking, if possible, with the
Okay.
pommel.
Make an athletics check with disadvantage. All right. I guess it works. Okay. But you're gonna suffer. You're gonna take some fire damage because the worm's on fire, and you're kind of like landing on it and stabbing into it.
Oh, I know the consequences.
Okay, so you take 8 points of fire damage, and then, but you have reattached and you did some damage. Let's see, 26. So you did 22 plus 3, 25 points of damage. Let's see.
I did 86 points of damage.
86.
86.
Jeez, dude. I don't even. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of subtraction. Okay. So, the worm is still partially visible for the round, but it's burrowing. It's currently
I'm on
actively
top of it.
burrowing. Yeah, you're on top of it. Yeah. So basically, Grundy, you're hanging onto the back of the worm. It instead of going kind of like vaguely in an incline, almost horizontal, it shoots up a vertical tunnel, and you get pulled out, like barely hanging on, as you're not dragging on the ground anymore. You're dangling, and you're hitting both sides of the tunnel as you're going up. But as it shoots out, you get thrown out, land. Take your hammer, throw it, stick it back in, and then like reel yourself in with your hammer, and you're stuck, and you're like now kind of burning. Okay, wow. So that was the worm's turn. So now it's Grundy's turn. Wait, no.
Nope.
No, your turn was to.
No, that was my reaction. That was my attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll say that the reattaching was your action. So you can have an extra attack for your hasted attack, and then your bonus attack. So you have two.
Okay.
So
Can I still
the
do another action?
No.
Well, because it's my it trying to get away from me was my attack of opportunity, and for my attack
Well-
of opportunity, I use the pummel to jack on up to connect to it. I don't need to do anything. I just
That's
need to
kind
let
of
go.
it was. Yeah, but like attaching yourself and like pulling yourself back into it. It's
I wasn't
technically
pulling myself back
grounded.
in because it was the.
Okay, I counted it. I rolled it like a grapple, and a grapple is normally an action.
So can I have another action
Read-
with my haste or?
Read. Let me look up haste real quick. Okay. It says you can only attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So, what do you want to do?
I want to prepare. For
Like, describe what you wanted to do, and then.
I'll prepare for re-entry into the bum hole. Don't roll your
What
eyes.
does that look like? Okay, sure. Why not?
Yay!
Make an athletics check. Like a contested one. Or strength. Just strength.
It's a strength.
Yeah. You have to beat a 22. So I guess as the worm is traveling, it temporarily doesn't think there's a little asshat hanging onto it. So it relaxes a little bit, and you manage to force it open. Congratulations. What do you want to do for your bonus action?
For my bonus action. My bonus action would be an attack, right?
Prepare your lube? Like, what's happening here?
I think he's bothering at Lube, but
Gunpowder bomb.
Oh my gosh!
42
Oh, dude, yes!
I want to see if
Awesome.
possible. I rip it open, I throw the gunpowder bomb in, and then if I still can, I use the spectral chain to like wrap around and tighten the hole. I don't think I would have enough time.
That's reaching.
I'm just gonna jam my arm in there and hold on for dear life.
Wait, but
Yeah, because you would have reached in, and it would have, because it's trying to clamp down, so it opened up just long enough, so it kind of clamped on your arm.
Can I do a check to pull out? Or is that... Crazy. Can I do a performance check to pull out?
perform, yeah.
You can make a strength check, I guess.
It would be a
Never
wisdom
want to use
save to
worms
pull out.
again.
Not with Grundy around.
Oh my
Would it be a
god.
check or save,
This is kind of my most favorite and least favorite D&D moment so far.
though? Would it be a saving throw or a check?
Check. Oh my gosh.
25.
Make a check to pull out. Yeah, you noticed the pull out. Okay, so
hang on for your life.
okay, yeah. So, I don't even want to describe this. It blows up.
Come on, Chad. I've been on the
all right, fine. So, using your chain of returning, you've managed to pull yourself up, kind of bruising. You're gonna take some more bludgeoning damage. You're gonna jerk all around.
go for it.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage half, so it's only 2. But yeah, you managed to pull yourself with the chain of returning up, kind of with the aid of your dwarven pickaxe, your war pick.
Mhm.
Gonna forcefully enter, open, shove your arm with the bomb in, lit somehow. I don't know how you managed to light it. Oh, with your Embered Warhammer. You light it there. And as you let go a little bit to kind of slide back about 5 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
You see another cacophonous just like from the inside, and like a little bit of smoke go like, fly out. Yeah. Dealing 17 points of damage. Nice. How many bombs do you have left?
I just had one
Okay.
for today.
Nice. And
So much
nice.
effort for that. Worth it though. Worth it.
Hey, otherwise you guys wouldn't have been able to attack him really, because he was hiding underground a lot.
So am I on him or am I trailing behind him? This one.
I mean, what do you want to be doing? Trailing behind like a little bit, like 3 feet, or I don't know how you'd really be able to grasp onto him though.
That's a good point. So I got covered in a little bit of whatever comes out.
Yeah. I don't. Stop. Okay. So that was Grundy's turn. Ulrich, what are you gonna do, bud?
Jeez.
Top that.
I mean, come on, Copper threw like a football-shaped rock through a worm. So-
No, I was supposed to point it. That's like a cone.
well, I mean, okay.
Football, I mean,
Whatever.
spike football.
And with that action, Copper invented football in Berthelia.
Go down the history books.
Go rewrite legends.
Well, I guess I'll just move over to this one.
Okay.
You know?
So as the worm shoots out of the hole, like that whole scene happened, and while that was happening, you were running over.
Yeah.
You get right over there. There's about 10 foot of worm left for you to attack. It's disappearing fast.
It's disappearing. Okay, quick.
All right. So total that up. They all hit.
All right. 40?
40.
Yep.
Wait, 23. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Not bad.
You manage. You kind of. It's disappearing fast, really
Okay.
fast, and you have to like. You're like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I still have to attack it. You kind of like throw your shield to the side, take out your sword, jump, kind of like football slide over the grass and stab into it, and hold on for dear life. And about the last 15 feet of worm, as you plunge your blade in, as it's disappearing into the hole, you just slice this huge gap, or like this, huge gash into the worm, like almost this. As it disappears into the hole, almost like a slight geyser, like shoots up, like a little bit of blood, like shoots up. And as you look down, you just see the worm, the bottom of it, stop moving and like fall to the bottom of its tunnel, collapse, and kind of like accordion a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's dead.
Epic! That's one charge.
Ah, that was awesome. All right, and with that, we'll take a break and come back for the consequences of your fight. That was a lot of fun, guys.
I don't think we're going to
Yeah.
name today. I think
No.
I think
Yeah.
that was my favorite fight so far. Like was that I ran.
I'm just adding titles. I'm Grundy Worm Rider now.
Yeah. Worm Rider.
Like worm penetrator. All right.
Worm.
don't throw her to mine.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. We'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm probably going to need to take off after we finish the wrap up from this.
Hi, Chris. So I made this map this week, and there's a guy, the guy that I buy the maps from, the 2-minute tabletop guy. Anyway, so I made this map, and I found his Facebook, and I sent him a picture of it, and kind of thanked him for inspiring me and stuff. And he responded, and he was pretty excited. Let me pull up the quote.
Oh, do please. Do please.
Yes. Yeah. So I basically sent him a picture of this map, and I was like, "Hey, man, just wanted to say your videos and Pinterest posts are really inspiring to me." I was like, "This is the battle map for this week's game." I was like, "Thank you for all your hard work." And he responded, he's like, "Wow, Chad, you nailed it. Not just the line work, but the colors too. I'm very glad to have inspired you. Thanks for sharing." And then I asked him if he'd kind of give me critiques and stuff, or at least feedback on future maps if I'd send them to him. And he said he sounded pretty excited. He said that he'd be totally willing to. But I thought that was my little win for the week.
That's definitely a win. I'm telling you, I bet you could start selling these at some point if there's one of these for marketplaces.
I don't really feel bad about it because this is kind of that guy's style. So
as you work on them more, you'll get your own established more.
Yeah. But no, I thought that was pretty cool. It was nice of him just to respond because he's, I don't know. But
I mean, it's good work.
Thanks. I want to eventually be able to have maps with like a little bit of layers to them. So like if there's a building with a roof on it, when you go inside, you can kind of take the roof off and stuff. But, anyway, and I'm kind of implementing some of the stuff that he made. Like he made some assets along with this map. So the cart is an asset he made, and then like the big rock I was using for your telekinesis rock is that's about it though. That he did on this one. But yeah, that was neat.
I missed what you were talking about. Was that?
Oh,
what was it? Some artist?
Yeah. So the style that I use for the battle maps is inspired by like a YouTuber and guy. He has a small business of this. Basically, he makes battle maps and then posts them on Patreon. People buy them.
Oh.
Yeah, and he also has tutorial videos on YouTube. But I Facebook messaged him and showed him a picture of this map, and he responded, and he was pretty excited, and like said it was pretty good, and he said he'd give me feedback on future maps if I send them to him. But
cool.
Yeah, I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
It was nice of him to respond.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
You know you're watching the stream, bro.
Oh yeah. Guy over at 2-minute tabletop.
Wow, you know his name.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. I told you it.
What's his name?
I don't know. Rob something.
Yeah, so Rob over at 2 Minute Tabletop, shout out if any of you guys
Ross McConnell.
Ross McConnell. If any of the 2 people watching these videos wants to go check him out, that'd be awesome.
2 people. I would have you know, I have like 70 views on one of the videos.
Wow.
Yeah, is it
Pretty
one of the
much
earlier
swimming
ones?
in YouTube revenue right now.
Almost 70?
A whole
Wow.
70.
That's pretty cool.
Should put ads on it. Make that sweet YouTube money.
Yeah, then I could pay.
Because it has copyrighted music in every single one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Too bad.
That'd be cool though, because then I could pay to have a Roll20 premium account. It's like
That's
$10 a
that's
month.
our end goal.
I think I'm gonna buy one anyway when I have like constant
What's it
employment.
do besides assets?
It gives you a lot more space, so I can actually like just store my assets on the website instead of having to upload them every time, which is nice.
I didn't
And then
know it's
also-
about space.
I did. Like you, you filled it up. I had to empty everything. After
Oh, it's shared? Okay.
After your campaign. Yeah, and then it lasts a while, but you only can have 5 megabytes worth of stuff on each battle net. And it adds other things. I'll look at it more before I make the plunge. And it's also kind of cool. You can make like for dungeons more. I probably wouldn't do it on stuff like this. But there's a line of sight mode you can have, where when you move your tokens around, there's actually like a fog of war for like your dark vision. And it actually
Oh yeah, I saw a lighting
illuminates
thing with
the-
it. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so that would be kind of cool. But that'd be like for dungeon exploration. I probably wouldn't put that on there, obviously. But yeah, that's cool. You can do some things. But I mean, we've been playing pretty constantly for like a year and a half, so
Yeah.
it's not a bad investment. It's only like $5 a month.
All right. I'm gonna have to take off after we wrap up the stuff today.
Okay.
I've only got about a half hour more.
Alright.
Sorry.
Alright, so is everybody settled and ready to jump back in?
Yep.
Alrighty. So now laying over the sundered, split. I always forget
Gotta
to
get
do
used
that.
to it.
I don't know. I always play a piece of it. Okay. Now, gazing down at your battlefield with the just destroyed carcasses of 2 gargantuan purple worms, you now look up and see your hapless ally sitting on top of the old crumbling lumber station. You know, I have to say I didn't expect you to win, but thank you, my noble rescuers. Who do I have the pleasure of serving?
I suppose we're the baronets of the local keep. What's the name of our keep?
Pendragon.
I was thinking Pinnacle, but
Yeah, so I guess we're barons of Pendragon.
Well, I have to say you definitely take the cake for nobility being active in their local regions. Pardon my rudeness, let me introduce myself. My name is Alton Underbow, traveling salesman at your leisure. And unfortunately, those bastards ate my horse. But allow me to show my gratitude. He kind of hops off the roof, kind of unexpectedly, dexterously. Kind of jumps off into a rolls in the soft grass, walks up to the cart and kind of undoes one of the undoes one of the fastening leather belts and throws open the canvas covering into his wares. I go around the countryside selling various odds and ends, mostly baubles, but this time I have something that might interest you in a more delicious vintage, shall we say. Mostly alcohol, I'm afraid, but I do have something here. Let me look. He kind of like buries his head down in the thing, starts like throwing stuff over his head. Like a pouch that kind of goes, just like a money bag, basically. Throws a book over his head. Oh, here we go. There's kind of like a roll of leather. He unrolls it, and kind of contained inside is some sort of a necklace. Well, in my way of thanks, both for my rescue and perhaps maybe one of your steeds, here's a necklace of speechcraft, if someone would like one. 200 golden crowns and
I'll take the grog.
the grog.
I'm already helping myself.
That's my livelihood.
You
can
wouldn't
have
have a
a
livelihood if it weren't for us.
That's
You'd be in that
true.
thing's belly. I won't
He
take it
kind of like
all.
leans.
Just a good
He kind of like leans
2/3.
over. 2/3. That's expensive shipment. Okay.
I wouldn't be arguing with the Grande Worm Rider.
I wouldn't dream of it, my lord. It's just.
I carefully take him aside and do things to him that we will make sure he is.
Well, who wants the necklace of speechcraft? Could use it. What exactly does that do?
Well, it gives you 2 to your Constitution modifier, and no, 2 to your
Constitution?
It's gotta be charisma.
No, charisma. 2 to your charisma, and it gives you proficiency with persuasion,
Oh, that's cool.
and it doesn't take attunement.
Oh shoot, that's useful.
Yeah.
Who likes to talk?
Talking's overrated.
Ulrich or Grundy? I don't
Well, I mean,
I would say either.
not really.
Copper
My
or
charisma's
Lion.
pretty low,
Well,
so
at the very least, you could give it to some woman you love, or I don't know. Women normally like to talk, as the wench who sold this to me was pretty talkative.
I don't know if it's a good idea to make them better at talking.
Well, thank you very much for your.
You bring that up. But anyway, I was off to Capeshire to sell my wares. I thought the road was safe, but got caught in a rather violent storm last night, and found some trees that can move. Isn't that exciting?
Well, I'll
It
tell you
was.
what. In exchange for some of your goods here, we'll send you along with a horse to Capeshire.
Very good. Sounds like a bargain. How
many,
much of my goods?
How many bottles
Maybe
can I carry in my outstretched arms?
I'm not offering him a bag of holding. Just let him take whatever he
No,
can carry.
okay.
None, because he doesn't have any bottles.
Okay, what do I think?
what's he have?
He has
Two
casks. Like
Kegs?
big kegs. Yeah.
I'm a barbarian. How many cakes can I carry?
Well, let me see. Keg
You can also drag it along with me. I do have a chain.
Roll it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cask.
Oh,
So,
cask. Pff. I can
Keg or
on a
cask?
pony.
Cask is 12 gallons. So you can carry 2.
Okay,
Like 1 under each arm.
there you go.
And that would be my bitter black. That's my best seller. Also,
It's about to be my best drinker.
if you also are in the mood for purchasing, we have some Shadow Dark Ale and Suzz Ale and Old One Eye.
If you're heading to Cape Shire, I'm sure we'll profit from the benefits to our tavern.
All right, you guys are the new lords there.
Yep.
Yes, consider this a tax.
Very good, very good. Wait. Oh. Okay.
You'll make plenty of money over there. Last time we were there, it appears like there's some sort of shortage of your sort of ware. So you should be making some good business.
Well, just so long as I don't have a shortage of coin, I'll be doing fine. So.
Okay, what are they called?
What are they called? Well, you
Cask
picked
of
up the-
black something. The strongest ones.
Bitter black.
well, I don't know if you can judge the strength of an alcohol by looking at the cask.
Okay,
You
well, I
picked
take-
up.
Okay, go on.
You take
I think I can smell for the pheromones.
The
The
pheromone.
beer
I don't think
pheromones.
that's what we're doing.
No. No.
They give off pheromones for me.
Is this beer ready to mate? Okay, you take up 2 casks of the bitter black. It's a hearty stout ale. Anyway. And that would be my best seller. But anyway, where are you folks headed? Well, sorry, my lords headed.
We're headed
Oh!
back to Pendragon for the evening.
Probably.
Then I think we'll be off to Maine in the morning.
Hmm. Some interesting things have been happening there. It's dangerous
Oh.
place.
We're well aware.
It's a very dangerous place now if you're a ruffian. Oh, also they did get a new artificer there. An enchantress from Quent, I think. But, alright. And who wants to help me saddle my rig?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Whose horses he taking?
Fine and fly back.
Okay.
Also, it's kind of in a precarious spot. You wouldn't happen to go, like, float it like you did that rock.
So the telekinesis slot, so yes.
You gotta pick up the wheels. They kind of spin in place as it's floating in the air. You set it down on a more wholesome piece of real estate.
It lasts for 10 minutes. I'll walk it back to the road.
So this is your gnome companion just kind of like walking back to the road, carrying the wagon. Well, you lot must have plenty of stories to tell if you can freaking slay worms and you managed to land the estate at Pendragon. My home is the March Talmberg down to the south, and there's a pretty spotty business up in Pendragon too. Those wyverns somebody came through and killed.
Well, look, we took care of that. Yeah.
What? You took care of that?
The wyverns?
Yeah.
We killed them.
You got anything bigger?
Bigger.
I'm kind of looking to die here. Not really up to the challenge. I'm a slayer, you see.
As far as monsters, I mean, there's all of the leviathans and strange mystical shadow beasts of the. Let me look up my map real quick. The Sea of Mist.
That sounds like it has monsters.
But I mean, that's kind of a fairy tale, I'd say. I don't know. You know how sailors get alone on a small boat without a lot of people, a lot of alcohol. Tend to see things.
Well, I mean, though this isn't quite a monster, have you heard of a griffin giving travelers and passerbys issues around here?
Yeah, that's up north on the Cape Road.
Mhm.
In the Cape Wood. Somebody really needs to come up with more creative names for this place. But
Maybe someone will come along.
See what you did there.
all right. So you guys.
Is there anything from my beastery expertise? Is there anything worth noting to be looted from the worms? Like, are there scales worth anything? Are their teeth worth anything?
Make an intelligence check.
I'll do the same for anything for alchemy.
Okay.
Maybe teeth or something.
Yeah. So
What does
actually,
it throw?
purple worms are kind of infamous for kind of being a gold mine. They tunnel through the earth and have a strange capacity for retaining precious gems that they might have eaten.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's cool.
Alright,
So-
well,
Get some ore.
I'm gonna go skinning,
Yeah, I'm gonna help Grundy.
search the entrails.
I'll send the merchant on his way and then walk back and see what they're up to.
Okay. So your new gnomish traveling merchant friend, Alton Underbro, heads off west on the Capes Road with his new saddled steed. All right. So you guys are searching for gems.
Yeah.
Okay. Make survival checks for people who want to harvest stuff.
What kind of check?
Survival.
Survival.
Okay.
Good at spotting gems.
So you were looking for alchemy ingredients, Copper, or were you looking for gems?
I don't think I really realized if there's anything valuable. I'll just start picking up gems because Grundy tells us about it.
Okay. I mean, it's not picking up gems necessarily. It's like
Looking for.
It's like burrowing deep inside a steaming dead mass of flesh. It's not a super nice.
I'm gonna use something to cut it open then. That's the goal, is to.
Okay. Yeah. So kind of. It takes some stomach to do. There's the one worm who's readily available, who's kind of more flopped over dead on the surface. Using a smaller blade to cut away some of the scales and kind of what's the word? Anyway, just you manage to cut through a large section of it. It takes like half an hour and a half. Like it gets to be like getting close to the golden hour, or like the trees behind you are caught in a golden glow from the setting sun. And you guys are just like shoulder deep in blood. But you managed to find a small,
Actually-
like, yeah. Actually,
What do we find?
okay. You find a strange, like, stomach-like organ, pretty small, but you cut it open and it's like spills out and speckled through just like this massive, like, kind of crap, but really dense stones, like granite, like little shards of granite, and blood and just bile. You find about 5 fairly big gems, but you can't really discern what they are because they're currently just covered in blood, and they're not cut.
Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation. You find 3 uncut diamonds, which are of a fairly good size.
Wow.
And then 4 other miscellaneous uncut gems, like jade and not jade, the other green one.
Emeralds?
Anyway, emerald, yeah, emeralds, rubies. So you find about 6 pretty good sized uncut gems.
Want to carry those guys? Grundy?
Should we split them up? I mean, we have 6.
Can all put it in the bag of holding for now.
Yeah. You can divvy them up later.
Okay, so the sun begins to set and a low fog begins to come in from the coast, dropping the temperature of the surrounding area by like about 15 degrees, like pretty quickly. Cape. While the Cape has, since it's close to the ocean, it has a pretty constant climate throughout the year. During different times of the day, it changes temperature pretty drastically.
Oh, let's head back then.
Who's putting on the necklace?
Copper is.
Yeah.
Sure.
So just change your stats accordingly.
Let's see, that's, what was it? Necklace of... Iblis? Iblis? What was it?
Speechcraft?
Speechcraft.
And that's just a +2 to charisma?
It's a +2 to charisma, and then it also grants you proficiency with persuasion if you don't already have it. It won't double it if you have it, though. It does take up your necklace slot, but it doesn't take...
Oh lordy, where am I going to put my other necklaces I'm wearing right now?
Yeah.
All 17 of them.
But yeah, it's an attractive necklace. It's simple, but it's just a nice silver face with a little bit of gnomish engraving, and a thin silver chain. Okay. So what's going on?
I think we're gonna head back.
Okay. You saddle up the remaining horses. I expect Copper either flies or just ride on somebody else's steed.
I've got enough spell slots I can fly back. Not that far away.
Yeah. So you guys make the what did I say? 2.5 hour journey.
Yeah.
The 2.5 hour journey. By this time the sun is set already, with kind of like it's that really cool like post sunset phase where there's still that orange glow over the horizon on the sea, and like some of the clouds are still purple over there, but on the east, in the east, it's really wait. Yeah. Unless it's in the east. It's on the other side. My bad. Anyway.
It's okay.
No matter. It's an attractive sunset. You guys managed to make it back to the 3-gated like drawbridge mechanism you guys have. And it's nice. It's odd. You guys get hit kind of, not sentimentality necessarily, but it's just nice to have a place that's your own, that you own, that you maintain, that you don't have to pay for, that you can return to like after a long day's work and sleep in a good bed and have a good meal and bathe and everything. It's nice. It's homely. Assuming you just go back to your keep, you give the 2 saddle boys, or whatever you call them.
Saddle boys.
Yeah, saddle boys. You give your 2 servant boys the horses, and they go groom them and put them away. Walking back into your keep, you're now again in the Great Hall. Vonnie's sitting there kind of covered with the marks of toil, just like dirty boots and hands, and just kind of washing up, drinking some... Actually, no, she's probably not drinking. She's pregnant. Anyway, she's sitting there in the Great Hall. You guys enter in. Most of the work for the day is done.
I'd like to arrange to send a messenger.
Yes, my lord.
Messenger to Otto in the village and let him know that the lumber mill should be secure again.
All right. Is there any degree of urgency for me to send a boy in the middle
10
of
in the morning.
Sure. Okay, very well, my lord. It shall be done. To a Master Otto in Capeshire. Number one is open. Very well. Anything else for my lords?
Have these casks brought up to my room.
Kind of like handing these 2 casks, and he like awkwardly like reaches out to accept them, but like almost drops one. He kind of catches it again, set it on the table. He's like, very well, yes. He sets it back on the table. He's like, please put these in the larder. or the mead seller. A couple more of your servants. You're starting now to recognize some of the servants that you have. You don't have like too many. You have like 10. But, you recognize two of the people who walk up. Kind of a middle-aged man, with not an arming cap. You know those white like cloth hats? They almost kind of look like those old football helmets. Yeah, he has like one of those with a kind of a barrel wheelbarrow. Puts him on and disappears again. It's like, well, I do have some business maintaining our stores of food. I need to go check inventory. Is there anything else I could help you with this evening, or shall I draw a bath? You all look and smell horrible.
Baths would be lovely.
Yeah.
Are we going to be leaving for Maine in the morning? Are we answering that we're heading next?
Would you like me to put that on your schedule? Also,
We have a schedule?
But I'm just checking with the rest of the party.
Oh, yes.
I can send
Yeah.
a runner. I can send
We
a
were leaving for Maine in the morning.
Shall I send a runner informing anyone of future business?
No, we'll
We
make
can do
appointments
that.
as we arrive.
Very good.
Or anything where this property might help. So we can present ourselves to the court.
Very well, very well. We do have a limited supply, but not unattractive clothing. Some of it is still in fashion, in fact. But in your wardrobes, you
Like
should
a ring or a seal or something like that, so we can present ourselves.
Oh, I forgot. I was going to retrieve that for you. It's completely your option to use it or not, but here. He hands whoever takes it a simple silver ring. It's a signet ring. It has the House of Pendragon, which is kind of it's a two-headed dragon with its wings outstretched. It's engraved oppositely, so when you put it in melted wax, it leaves your seal. Should you want to use this, or I could put in an order for a new one to be made up if you would rather design your own shared family crest or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know how.
We'll do for now, but we'll keep that in mind.
It is certainly an option. Until then, this is yours to do with as you like. Well, I will draw you all a bath, have breakfast ready in the morning. About when, my lords?
Let's have an early start, about 8 o'clock.
Very well. Breakfast at 8. Well, I bid you all a pleasant evening, my lords. I gather today was very productive, and good night.
Oh, could you have me gold leaf knickers repaired? I take off my underwear.
Without
They're
taking
a
off
bit
his...
stinky too. Maybe some rosemary.
Yes, I suppose that could be put on the agenda, my lord. I'm
Very
gonna go
good.
now. Good night.
Thank you, Chromidome. And I walk
Good
out
night, Bailey.
butt naked.
You're welcome, my lord. He kind of like hurriedly runs away to try to find like the closest receptacle to throw this underwear. All right, so
Just start for the poor man's sake.
I do hope we're paying him enough.
haven't paid him at all yet.
Yeah, like when do we
Oh.
decide how much we're paying different people?
I thought it would be part of his job to figure out how much to pay himself.
They're currently writing that up.
Okay.
Somebody has to make that in the future. I don't know who's going to have to do that, but
Oh, man. I mean, approximately how many people are in Pendragon right now? I mean, most people are working, but
yeah. So your current total on Pendragon is about 30, but
Okay.
about 20 of those are. I mean, you don't own anybody, but about 20 of them are not kept staff. They're a craftsman guild from
Mhm.
Maine that you guys hired to come out, camp, build the keep.
yeah, that's right.
So you have about 10, including Majordomo Bailey, and so you have a cook, you have your chamberlain, you have footmen who run around doing various tasks, and the 2 stable boys. That's what they call them, not saddle boys.
Saddle boys. Okay.
You also, currently, you guys don't have any sort of. Actually, I guess this could be Bailey talking to you, but actually, my lords, there is a certain matter of estate for us to look at. We don't currently have employ a reeve or a marshal, someone to overlook protection while you're gone. I realize you are very fully functional and also very dangerous, but when you're gone, it's necessary sometimes to have a force to maintain your ownership.
Yeah. I guess we'll put that on the agenda.
Do you have?
You think we could hire in Maine, or is there anybody in the local area?
Yes. Normally, the presiding lord of the district will offer a man, or a suggestion of a man, of a marshal. But seeing as how my lords haven't met with His Grace, it might be a thing for you to ask for, I suppose.
All right. Thank you.
Or unless if you know someone specifically which you would like to hire, but anyway, food for thought.
Maybe.
Thank you again, my lords. Your gold leaf underwear will be repaired at closest notice, and breakfast at 8, and messenger boy to Otto. I believe I've got everything. Right. And a bath. I will go see to that immediately. Good evenings, my lords. Kind of turns around, leaving the Great Hall to do his
Real quick, Chad, what was the name of the gnomish salesman?
The gnomish salesman was a certain Alton Underbow.
Underbow.
Like bow of a tree. Like it's kind of a pun because he's short.
Underbow?
Underbow, sorry. Yeah. You're right. Sometimes I'm smart, sometimes I'm incompetent. I can't help it.
It's either or.
Yeah. Saddle boys. Alrighty, well, if that's what you guys want to call it, drawing a bath and sleeping in your lovely feather beds.
We need to head out here.
You relax.
Yeah.
Have your evening. And, yeah, so you guys got just a ridiculous amount of XP today. 6,500 points.
I think Grundy needs to get a bonus for his
Yeah,
worm riding.
I'm not
for
giving
his
you a
anus bomb.
bonus. I refuse to give you a bonus for that.
But bomb,
Out
I think for the butt
Out
bomb.
of principle. He already got 500 extra for being first here today.
I guess it wasn't worth being first then.
Out of principle.
That's the last time I shove a bomb up a worm's butthole for you.
Oh no.
I know, right?
What about next time?
Yeah, so you guys all get 6,500 XP.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah. It turns out when you kill 2 challenge level 15 creatures, you get a lot of stuff.
Apparently.
Oh, I'm almost level. No, kind of almost leveled up.
Yeah, I got 3,000 more.
I have
Another
1,000 more
10,000.
than
Ooh.
my guys' level.
I
Oh,
have 1,000 more until I level up to
14?
14, yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna be behind forever now.
Ever.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change the system where if you're not here, I'm gonna give you half XP instead, because like some people are kind of getting left behind.
Yeah. Wow. Level
But,
14 almost. It's crazy.
I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 1,300
How low did-
more.
How low did Grundy get?
Yeah, what were your guys' hit points levels? Because I thought I was like hitting you guys pretty hard.
I got
Like
to
70.
55.
See, I got down to 4.
At a
You're doing
136.
you're doing fine for
Yeah,
me.
I was doing fine.
How are you, Athos?
I was fine. After getting hit with the rock, I went down to like 50 something. That was the lowest I got.
All right. Yeah. I guess I could have done more of like the crushing attacks on you, but
Yeah,
you're kinda
Kelby,
too
you
far
gotta
away.
warn us before you get down to like 4 health, and then you're like, "Hey, I'm at 4 health."
No, it's because like the
I feel
previous
like if you
turn.
take 70 damage in one round,
Yeah.
that should be a warning.
Yeah, I took 69 damage, and it was right after that. I was like, "Oh, wait, I'm at 4 health."
Is that what inspired you, Philip?
Yeah, no, but I'm really surprised no one became knocked unconscious in that fight.
Yeah,
So
that
I was
pretty
close,
hard,
but
because like I
yeah.
wasn't. That was technically like a challenge level 30 something because I was 215s and
Well, it worked because you didn't have 2 out at the same, at
yeah.
the same time.
I
That
thought
would
that
have
would
been.
be. I thought that would be kind of a detriment because you wouldn't be able to hit him. But like I wasn't expecting Grundy to just go fishing for worms.
Well, I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't want to, like, when I was in him, I'm like, this is perfect. I have disadvantage, but I can do reckless, so I could just be hitting him while I'm inside him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Right.
he spat me
Oh,
out,
we had
so
to
I'm
fire
like,
from that.
time to go skiing.
I
Yeah, that was
wondering.
awesome though. I
I
feel
was
like
wondering why
today
you
had
held it
my
back
favorite
in.
moments.
Was that Sean?
Yeah.
I was wondering why you were trying to get back in. I was like, I would be out if I were you.
It's
But
like, I'm not
whatever.
taking, I was
Yeah.
taking like 12 damage a turn or something. It's not bad.
Yeah, I really, really like honestly how you guys are starting to think outside of the box more. Like that's really
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks for
I'm
giving
gonna-
that to me. Even though it was a bit of a
Yeah.
stretch.
And I'm gonna try to
No pun
feed
intended.
in more.
Opa!
I'm gonna try to give you guys like more opportunities for that too, just like interactive environments kind of thing.
Yeah, I like that, the interactive environment stuff.
But yeah.
Have trees to knock over and things to blow up and
Hey,
tunnels to
and,
collapse. And
like seriously, guys, thank you. Like not to sound all sappy and stupid, but like this is kind of my favorite thing to do ever. Is to just prep and like you guys allow me to have this opportunity where I can, you guys can give life to my world. It's awesome. So thank you for playing.
Yeah, it's fun.
yeah, you're welcome.